everybody. I am dotJenna, and this is day 12 of my 30-day success challenge. And today's topic is be equal. See yourself as equal, okay? Now, this has a lot to do with success because it's going to help you to calibrate your internal level of self-worth, okay? Because if you feel worthy and you feel good, then you're going to be able to interact with people better. You're going to be able to get the things that you want out of life better. You'll have better relationships. You'll make better decisions based upon your truth rather than comparisons. So let's just start by saying, be equal. See yourself. Do whatever it takes to get to the equal level. Now, here's the problem. Some people think they are so great, okay? They're grandiose. They think that they have an overinflated sense of importance. I'm not going to say that is not me. I have this in my life, and I also have the other one. So I've got dual. Some people just have the high. Some people just have the low. I happen to have both, that I have to keep myself calibrated at all times to make sure I'm not overthinking myself higher or thinking myself lower than I am. So some people are grandiose. They think they're great. They can do no wrong. They have no vulnerabilities. They are perfect in every way. These people are not happy. This is covering up a shame core. It's covering up something that they're ashamed of in their heart, and they need to deal with reality. If you don't think anything's wrong with you, then you need to look again because you have stuff wrong with you. And the fact of the matter is that we are all equal. We're all on equal playing ground. This was so revolutionary to me because I grew up in a very, not a very good background. And so I grew up thinking I was less than other people, always less than, always lower. And that is a horrible place as well. It's the opposite end of the continuum. Both of them stink. Both of them are shameful. Both of them are maladaptive. And if you think you're less than other people, then you are going to always put yourself down. You're always going to put other people up. You're never going to feel you're good enough. And guess what? You're never going to be happy because you're operating on a lie. If you think you're greater than everybody, you're never going to be truly happy because you're operating on a lie. And if you think you're greater than everybody, you're living in a glass house. You're living in a place that's not real. And you won't be able to relate. That's the main thing. Whenever you think you're higher than everybody or whenever you think you're lower than anybody else, you can't relate. You cannot relate because people will sense it and they will either look down on you if you put yourself below them, or they will feel competitive and envious or whatever if you put yourself above. Or you may think you're so great, you're better than everybody, so you can't relate. Because how can you relate with somebody that's less than you? You can't. And so one of my favorite psychologists, Pia Melody, talks about how if you think you're better than others or you think you're less than others, you cannot love. Love is impossible. You cannot love because if you think that you're less than, you're going to be trying to get people pleased, to get people to love you. If you think you're better than, you're going to be trapped up in a castle somewhere because you won't let anybody get near you because you don't think anybody's worthy enough. And this is a real dilemma. And like I say with myself, you know, it all has to do with childhood and all that good stuff. But what we have to do as adults, because we are in charge of our own minds, we are in charge of our own beliefs, and we can change things, is to look at yourself and figure out when you're thinking you're more high than others and when you think you're more low than others, and begin to bring yourself to a medium, bring yourself to a neutral, bring yourself to moderation, okay? Now, let me tell you why thinking yourself better than other people or less than other people is detrimental to your success. Because success is a team sport. Success is a team sport. If you cannot garner the cooperation of others, you're not going to go far. If you truly want to be successful in life, it's better to love everyone and to treat everyone like they're your equal. Likewise, you've got to love yourself. As the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. It doesn't say think they're greater than you and think yourself is less. It doesn't say think yourself is less and think they're greater. You have got to love them like you love yourself. That's an equal playing field. And the Bible is true. That is the most true. It was written thousands of years ago, and scientists are finding it out right now with psychological studies, okay? That it's very important to think yourself equal. which means you don't put other people on a pedestal. If you start to idolize people and put them on a pedestal, you need to bring it down and bring them down to earth. And I don't mean by talking to them in any kind of way. I'm just saying in your mind, so that whenever you do speak with them, you can speak with dignity and self-respect, not like, oh my gosh, you're so great. But more, if they're in a higher position, then they deserve honor. I'm not saying anything about honor, but I am saying don't ever think yourself beneath anyone because it's detrimental to your success. And if you have a tendency to put yourself down, don't do it. Stop it. Do whatever it takes to get to a place where you believe in your heart that you're equal with every other human being on the planet, because that is the truth. And when you do this, you will begin to walk with new confidence. You will be able to see things in a new light, and you will be able to take advantage of opportunities that you might have skipped over and sabotaged yourself with before, because now you see yourself as a normal, equal person. Why are you equal? The reason you are equal is because you have breath. You have inherent worth. Anybody that is alive on this planet, I don't care if you're in prison, I don't care if you are, 18 years old, 16, it doesn't matter. If you have breath, you're equal with everyone else. Breath makes us equal, okay? That's what makes us equal. It's not what we have on the outside. It's not our skills and abilities. It's that we have breath. And all of us are equal. And all of us have a right to be on this planet and to be treated with dignity and respect. And when you know this, and you know that you know this, and you're able to operate from that place of truth and authenticity, then you will be able to tap into your own truth, and you will be able to, people will love you. I mean, who wouldn't love that if you treat people as they are instead of some exalted person, or you treat yourself like a piece of dirt? Okay? So that is day 12 of my 30-day success challenge. I'm very happy that you're listening, and I invite you back tomorrow. I'm dotJenna. Talk to you soon.